everybody. Good morning to you. How are you? I hope that the AC unit above my head isn't too incredibly noisy, but I do have to have it on so I can do this react because it's getting a bit warm. It's a beautiful day here in Oregon. It's already really, really sunny. I don't know what the high temperature is going to be today, but I don't want to sweat because I just woke up and that's just not pleasant. So, what's going on, YouTube? What's going on, girl world? Well, last night was quite busy, very busy, and it was really interesting too. It was interesting because let's go back in time for just a second. Amberlynn Reid did a stream and she did toss a bit of shade at Foodie. She did a poll. The poll was the choices were Amberlynn Reid and Foodie Beauty. And of course, the overwhelming majority vote was for Amber. So I feel that was a bit of shade thrown at Chantal, letting Chantal know, look, your content is boring and people at least prefer me right now. So I just was giggling over that moment. Let's fast forward to what happened last night. Last night, Chantal was live, being her usual boring self. I was keeping an eye on the stream, per usual, to see if anything interesting was happening. What I'm waiting for is for Chantal to get so angry over the fact that Amber is getting all the views and making all the money that she just goes completely nuts on Amber. It hasn't happened yet, but it doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. Chantal was live, and then Amber went live. And of course, people in her chat were telling her Amber's gone live, and she knew what that meant. She sounded almost nervous, like, is Amber going live? She continued on with her stream. Amber was live talking about Tommy, of course, and the whole thing with Erica. And then, about an hour into Amber's stream, things got a little bit interesting. Where Alexis got on the phone with Amber, Amber decided to put the conversation on speakerphone, and her and Alexis were talking back and forth. At one point, Foodie just gave up, and she left her stream and actually came over to Amber's stream and made a comment or two. So that was funny. That's funny considering the fact that in the past, Amberlynn Reid, looking for a little bit of attention, coming over to Foodie's stream and making herself known, and now it's the other way around. Now when Amber goes live, Foodie gets nervous, and she just has to insert herself for no random reason. So Foodie ended her live, came over to Amber's live. There was the phone call, and personal opinion, it felt put on. It felt theatrical and staged. And here's the interesting thing, really interesting. The fact that Amberlynn Reid deleted the stream. I don't know why she did that. As far as I could tell, nothing bad was said. Certainly nothing that would get her in trouble with YouTube, nothing breaking terms of service. But Amber decided to get rid of it for whatever reason. So her stream is gone off her channel, but it doesn't mean that other people don't have it. I'm going to react to her stream courtesy of the channel STUFFKSAID, Kristen. Kristen is on Twitter and she's always posting really great stuff. A lot of great Twitter posts. You guys have seen a lot of her posts in my reacts when I go over the Twitter stuff. She has a channel and she posted the stream on her Twitter. So considering the fact that Amber removed it off of her channel, I'm going to use the recording off of STUFFKSAID. So thank you very much for capturing it, STUFFKSAID. And I will leave a link down below for Kristen's channel for those of you that want to check out her channel and maybe sub up, give her a like, and leave a comment. So yeah, like both of our girls streaming neck and neck with each other. In the end, Foodie lost. Foodie, her numbers of subscribers that were watching her floated between like 300 and 330. Amber had almost 4,000. So who's making all the money, Foodie? It's not you. And you think that you and Amber are friends? What did I tell you? In the YouTube workplace, when it comes to you two ladies, there are no friends. You're both on YouTube for the same reason, money. YouTube is your entire income. This is not a situation where you've got a side job and YouTube is just a hobby. Amber's coming for your crown, girl. As a matter of fact, I think she's already got it back. It, there was really no work involved to get it. You're not doing anything over there. You're sitting in Kuwait, doing nothing, eating, being a nuisance to Salah. You won't go home and do what you need to do to get things going for yourself. So since you've decided you don't want the crown anymore, it's up for grabs. And it looks like Amber has just picked it up off the floor and dusted it off and put it on her head. So let's go over the Twitter stuff, all the various Twitter stuff, and then we'll go to the stream courtesy of STUFFKSAID. Let me just go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see everything. I've got Twitter already pulled up. All right. So for anybody on my channel watching this react, if you happen to be on Twitter and you want to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wow Girl Sarah. All right, so let's go over to all the Twitter tidbits, then we'll do the stream after. So this is a post from Julie. The titles of Chantal's last two streams were Keep Me Company, All Alone, Let's Chat. And as you can see, the views were sucking. They were really, really sucking. For a 100K channel, like, her views just suck. Julie says, keep me company all alone. Obviously unhappy in her fake marriage, being left alone to gorge herself every night. But will she leave? No way. Till he gives her the boot. You're wasting away the small amount of time you have left. Yep. By choice. She could get a couple of plane tickets, maybe even 3 if she needs 3 for the entire row, and get her butt home and get things started. But she won't. She won't. But here's a screenshot. 3.9K views. Ew. All Alone, Let's Chat, 11K views. Now, for anybody who doesn't have a channel, not a YouTuber, not monetized, I'm just going to let you know. The way that YouTubers get paid, we get paid with super chats, true. Memberships, also true. If you happen to have a sponsorship type deal, I hate saying that now because that's what Amber says. Sorry. But if you have a company that you're a sponsor with, you might get some side money out of that. But it's not the number of subscribers that gets you paid. You could have a 100K channel, and if your views suck, your engagement sucks, you're not making hardly anything. It's all about the RPM. The RPM is the set amount that you get paid per 1,000 views. Everybody's RPM is different. It all depends on the channel and activity, I guess. I don't know what Chantal's RPM is, but for her, considering all the things she has to pay for and her food habit, she ain't making much off of YouTube. She really isn't. She's in Kuwait. She's got to pay rent, got to pay bills because Salah's not paying for anything. She's got that tremendous food habit. She's scraping all the way by. Indy says, whoever wrote the script for all this fake Amberlynn Reid drama, thank you. Foodie Beauty who? Yeah, whether it's real or fake or partially real or whatever it is, it's entertainment. It doesn't have to be all the way real. It's basically YouTube TV. It's certainly more interesting than what Chantal's doing. She's determined to bore everybody to death. And I'm sick of it. I am sick of turning on her live streams, seeing her in the same place, saying the same things, talking about the same childhood stories, laying on that doggone couch, waving her arms around like a toddler. It's just, I'm burnt out on it, y'all. I am. I'm not a big Amberlynn Reid fan. I don't like her. I don't like the way she talks. It drives me nuts. Urgh. And she talks in circles too. But there's a little bit more interest for Amber right now than with Foodie, because Foodie has given me nothing. Absolutely nothing. So Chantal can sit there and do all her doggone mukbangs, stuff herself stupid, talk about nothing, make a point to talk about nothing. Amber is where it's at right now. So I'm keeping an eye on Amber, and I'm covering Amber to see where this goes. It could last for a minute, it could last for a month, but I'm here to keep up with things because just that's what I do. So yeah, fake, scripted, halfway true, all the way true, doesn't matter. It's better entertaining content than what Foodie is throwing at us right now. Uh, Creatrix ZBD says, "Bless the snipers, Amberlynn Reid. No watch minutes for you." Nope. And what's even more stupid is that when a creator has a live stream or a video and they delete it off their channel, if there's anybody that's a reactor that happens to catch it, it's a free for all. Free real estate. She's not on live stream for over 2 hours. And I'm sure she's fine. She's got a big channel. She still gets the super chats. Those are not deleted. She made a lot of money last night off the super chats. I don't know why. I don't know why people are throwing money at this woman. But they did. Same thing with the last stream too. But the view monetary gain is gone. She got rid of it. But here's Kristen with the full aftermath stream. I'm making an executive decision because the stream did go on so long. Like the first hour, I'm just cutting that out. I'm going to get straight to the phone call. That's what got me interested. That's what got my eyes open and paying attention. So out of the 2 hours, I'm just doing the hour with the phone call with Alexis because Amberlynn Reid just drives me nuts. But I'm going to come back to this stream in a minute. We'll save that for last and get on to the other Twitter bits. Truth Seeker says she'll never leave, talking about Chantal, because that's the only thing she has left where she controls the narrative of. If she leaves and the truth eventually comes out, she's lost the plot. I agree. I've said it. Other people have said it. Chantal did not create a plan B. That if she went to Kuwait and she wasn't happy, she had something to come back to and she had the means to do it. She cannot leave Kuwait. If she comes back to Canada, where is she going to go? Her family is not going to take her in long term. They don't have the means or the resources to give her a room in the house, and they don't trust her to stay there and not use the house as a streaming studio. They might even be afraid that they'll come home and all the food is gone. Like the pantry's empty and the refrigerator's empty. They don't trust her as far as they can throw her, and they can't even pick her up. They'll give her just enough room to sleep on the couch at night for her own safety, but in the morning she's got to go because, as I understand it, the mom and the stepdad, they have jobs, and they want to make sure when they leave the house that everything's fine when they come back, and they just can't trust her to not dox the place or let everybody know that she's there. So what are Foodie's options? She could rent a motel room, get the sleaziest motel room in the world, pay the lowest price, take off the hijab, take off the abaya, go full feral again. That might make some money. That might do it. It might do it for a while. How long, I can't say, but that's the only thing that she has left in Canada, is going back to a motel. Whether she stays in Kuwait or she goes back to Canada, she's going to eat crap with Girl World. And she knows it. And she's not going to allow that to happen. She'd rather eat a little bit of poo than a whole lot. She doesn't have a big enough stomach for all the poo that we would shove down her throat if she went back and she stayed at a motel. Not with the way that she was talking about FFG and the Motel 6. Oh, we would not let her live it down. We'd all be going to her and saying, "Karma, remember how you were talking the Motel 6 down? Where are you at now? I bet you wish you had a Motel 6 room. Look where you're at. You can't even afford a Motel 6 because the Motel 6 is kind of expensive when it comes to rooms. It's mid grade. It's not luxury, but it does the job. And Motel 6 rooms are open. They're nice. I've seen them. They're nice. They're not that bad. All right, Girl World Garden says once again woke up to a notification that Amberlynn Reid was live. Open YouTube and the video is gone. I kind of want to watch this now to see what happens. Did she show something she shouldn't have? I think the whole phone call with Alexis was the reason why she got rid of it. Maybe because there was a mention of something that Tommy said to Amberlynn Reid. Now, I'm on the fence about this. I know that Alexis is not happy with Amber, but at the same time, she did not go full throttle and tell all the business. You know what I mean? She didn't just burn the bridge with a flamethrower. She just mentioned that something Tommy said really upset Amber. Amber downplayed it and said it wasn't that big of a deal. So if it wasn't that big of a deal and you're on a live stream and this gets mentioned, if it wasn't a big deal, why not say what it is? That's why I'm kind of leaning in the direction of this feels a little bit staged. Because Amber was all on her phone the entire time. She was being extremely rude. She kept getting on her phone and doing the texting thing. At the same time, people were in the room. And right before she talked to Alexis, she muted the stream. So did she mute the stream to talk to Alexis to say, okay, now we're going to do this? I don't know. Did we all get played? I don't know. Hey, it's TV. It's entertainment. But Alexis did say Tommy said something to Amber that got her upset. Really, really upset, like crying upset. It could be nothing. It could be a little bit of something. It could be staged for YouTube. So like I'm very sus about this whole thing. But she got rid of the stream. Maybe she did that on purpose to create speculation, to create more interest for the next stream. Amber's very calculated. She's not stupid. I'm telling you guys, she's not stupid. She is as much a mess as Chantal, but she is a bit more calculating. So I think she is calculating her moves, at least a little bit, not maybe all the way, but just calculating. I think where she's messing up, though, if this is all theatrical and put on for YouTube and I'm going to get some extra views and I'm going to get the crown back, is too many things are happening too quickly and everything is just lining up that makes it look fake. You know, sometimes saying less is better than saying more. And Amber is making a point to go live a lot, which is something she normally doesn't do. And every time she does a stream, something happens. So, like this phone call last night, it felt a bit planned. It really did. It feels like there's all kinds of side characters being brought on stage at once. And when you do that, you don't introduce people slowly. It just looks very, 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 very sus. But let's watch this clip courtesy of Kristen.
Oh, and for real.
Oh, wait, that's the whole stream. We're going to come back to that. Two-Tailed Caperer says, I wanted to see how long it took Foodie to make the same amount of money in Super Chats. So I got on Playboard, filtered by live stream, and counted the money until I landed on this video. January 30th, y'all. Chantal needs some new drama like yesteryear. Yeah, Foodie used to make a lot of money back in the day in Super Chats. We're talking into the hundreds. This was during the Natter arc, the Crackhead Olympics. After that, it started to drop off because she got boring. Now Amber's making all kinds of money, and yet Foodie won't switch things up. She's doing stupid, lame, pathetic things that make no sense, like jumping on top of the couch and getting in the elevator and riding down to the car park and walking around for 3 minutes. I mean, her attempts to get the attention back are stupid. Just straight up stupid. Chantal, you got to go big or go home. Actually, you are getting bigger and you haven't gone home. But I'm talking as far as going big with what you're doing. You really got to step it up. If you want to keep people's interest on you, you got to go big. You had a good run with being lazy. You sat out the game for a big long period of time. You took a long vacation. It's time to get to work because somebody else is putting in the work and they're getting the reward. Do you see how that works? You put the work in, you get the reward. You don't work at all, you get no reward and you suffer. There's a lesson to be had there. Dell on Earth says, ooh, what Alexis said is true, and ALR is desperately trying to put the rose tinted glasses back on. Foop Olympic says, for context, I'm 90% sure that the comment Alexis is referencing was Tommy telling Amber that she wanted to unalive herself so she could go be with Colleen, the not alive ex-girlfriend, which she mentioned in the DMs with Jordy. And Amber can only stutter and dodge the question. Look, I haven't seen the DMs with Jordy. Like my eyes can only be in certain places at once. I don't know if that happened, but if it did, that's messed up. That is messed up. That I am not making fun of anybody that's depressed or contemplating thoughts of self-harm or unaliving yourself. I think if you're having thoughts like that, you should seek help. You should talk to somebody. But if Tommy is manipulative and controlling, which it sounds like she is, using something like that to make someone stay with you is way beyond wrong. That's twisted. That's evil. Like, you better not get rid of me and you better stay next to me or this is going to happen. Very manipulative. Very manipulative. Tommy, if you're having thoughts like that, you need to go seek professional help. I don't like you. You're a feedy. That's gross to me. But if you're having those thoughts, you need to go seek professional help. Not be with someone like Amber. Just go get your head straight. But that's just messed up. That's messed up. But let's watch the clip courtesy of Foop Olympics and Dell on Earth.
Like,
okay, has she apologized
yes,
for the comment?
of course.
For the one specific comment?
Yes.
I know you know I'm talking.
Yes. And it's like, that comment hurt you more than it hurt me. And I'm just over here like,
that's also insane crazy.
Because I understand. I've literally been in that situation before.
Do you
Not in
remember
that exact
how
situation, but
do you remember how many hours you cried after
because
that comment was made?
All right, Alexis, I'm gonna go because I feel like you're trying to make this way worse than what it is, and that's the part that's like really frustrating to me because you're doing it in front of thousands of people.
I said it
And
was one comment. One comment.
okay, but you're acting. Oh my god, I am actively like in a relationship where I am happy and like
right now.
Yes, because my mental health is finally improving, and so
is it
hers.
I would like to know how her mental health is improving. She's not going to therapy, and she talks about BPD all the time. She has BPD. That is a very real thing. It's a very serious thing. So if you have BPD, are you taking it seriously? Are you going to therapy? Are you perhaps taking medication? What are you doing for this thing that might affect you in a negative way or hinder you in a negative way? Like what is the treatment for this? Because I don't really feel like there is any treatment. If the treatment is I'm going to solve this problem by being with another person, being with another person is not the proper treatment. And if Tommy is the one, and Amber is the one for Tommy, as I've said before, if you've got the right one, they want the best for you. They want you to be healthy. They want you to be happy. They will wait for you. The right one will wait. If you say to that person, look, I got issues. I got to work on myself. And I need to take some time to work on myself. I love you, but I love myself too. I need to be under construction and get to work. They will understand and they will support you on you bettering yourself. There won't be this rush of we got to move fast. Why are you moving fast? Is it out of love, or is it out of some kind of financial, monetary necessity? Like someone needs a place to live, or they need money and they just have to hop in with you to get taken care of. Is it about love, or is it about survival? Is Tommy in survival mode and just using Amber to get the needs met? If Tommy had her own place near Amber, had her own job, taking care of herself, it would look better. But the fact that this thing is being put into hyperdrive, it doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? Especially after the death of her girlfriend. It's like, why are you hopping on Amber's train so quickly? Okay, Foop Olympics says Amber's been doing a whole lot of live streaming for someone who was just crying about how they need to take a step back because YouTube is ruining her life. Yeah, isn't that interesting, Foop Olympics? She says YouTube is ruining her life, yet she won't stay off of YouTube. So this thing that she's claiming is ruining her life, she won't get away from. YouTube is ruining her life, but yet she's on YouTube a lot. She's doing hours and hours of live streams. She talks about her BPD. Wouldn't it be better for her personally if she just took some time for herself, got some therapy, medication, whatever she needs, go touch some grass, whatever it takes? If YouTube is a problem, if it is the great evil in her life, then wouldn't you want to stay away from it as much as you can versus doing live streams every night? Yeah. The math ain't freaking mathing. It just isn't. Meow Meow says Foodie Beauty just asked chat what she should eat next. And when someone said Cheesecake Factory, she said if someone PayPals her $40, she will do it. So thank you, Meow Meow. That's interesting. So I guess that's confirmation that Chantal has the feeding people pay for her meals. That's been going on all along. That when she does her little requests, I'm absolutely 1,000,000% certain that part of the deal is that whatever the food the feedie wants her to eat, she says pay for the food and pay for the content. That way her meals are pretty much free. I'm sure she does that a lot. But look at you, Chantal, selling your health for $40. Are you stupid? You're stupid. You've got to be stupid. That's the price for your health, $40 or $30 or $50. That's the going rate for making you sick. So is that $40 or that $50 or whatever it is you get paid per meal, is that going to be proper compensation if you happen to land in a hospital and in a hospital bed and you got to be there for weeks and the medical bill is going to be into the several $100,000? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Like, you're not getting rich off this thing. Your head is barely above water and you have trouble swimming anyway. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. What an idiot. Fondue Pondu says back again. Yeah, this is an interesting development that's making me scratch my head. So let's talk about this person, Sophie Fruity. I have read some tweets. This person, Sophie Fruity, I don't know who they are, but I've heard that whenever this person hops into chat, Foodie gets nervous or she leaves the chat. And this person's comment in this stream was Salah is occupied. So I have no idea who Sophie Fruity is, but whoever they are, they make Chantal nervous. Very nervous. Is it somebody that knows Salah? Is it somebody that she knows? You know, questions abound with no answers just yet. We might find out later. Perfectly Imperfect says Foodie Beauty complains that she's always hungry and wonders if it's the insulin. Too bad the doctors didn't recommend a nutritionist diabetes education education class for her to seek help with this. I have heard that high blood sugar will make you hungry, and also insulin will make you hungry. So add those two things on top of her food issue, and it's like putting nitroglycerin with dynamite. You're supercharging the issue. That's why she needs help with her food problem, because if she's a diabetic, which she is, she's got two things already working against her that will cause her to gain weight and eat more. But of course, Foodie's not going to see it as a problem if all three things are working together, because all that means is she can do more mukbangs and make more money. But it seems like the pounds are going to continue to pile on. Food Olympics says the difference in views. LMAO. I mean, Amber frustrates the crap out of me, but this is still so funny. Like, try harder, cutie. Let's look at the screenshot. So here's Amber doing her live stream. She got 20K views. And this was Chantal, 3.9K views. And like I said, like the views and the RPM, that's so bad. That is so bad. It takes Chantal a week to make in one night view-wise what Amber makes. And Amber doesn't have to get online and eat like Chantal does. She can just bypass all of that. Food Olympics says, see, this is what frustrates me about Amber. She and Tommy were together in person for 4 days. Of course, it felt like magic. Even with a blanker, it can feel like magic in the beginning, especially if they're love bombing you. Like, how has she not caught on to this? In every relationship, even things that are not abusive, you have the honeymoon phase. Everything is brand new. It is powerful. It feels good. It's the new car smell. And then after a little while, the new car smell goes away, and it is what it is. So right now, everything is brand new for Amber, and like she's almost drunk off of that love feeling, that love bombing. There are red flags everywhere. She's not paying attention because she is engulfed in the feeling. You know, like it's surrounding her right now. But it looks like she's going off on Alexis. Let's listen in.
No, what makes me very sad is everything that's been going on lately online. It's been freaking. All right, I'm gonna hang up actually, because you know that to be true. That everything that has been happening online has made us both miserable. Like, you have heard me cry about it multiple times.
I'm sorry, but the one.
And before all of this happened, me and Tommy never had sad moments like that. Like, it literally was magic, like actual magic. And
you know, it's easy to have magic with somebody you just spent 4 days with, you know, for a visit. If the person is visiting for 4 days, yeah, you're going to have a lot of magical moments. But when you're living together, which changes the dynamic, because you've got two people living in the same space and moving around each other, how many more magical moments are you going to have? They say that when you meet somebody for a while, you're not really meeting them, you're meeting their representative, their PR person. That person is going to put on the best version of themselves for a while. And the longer you spend around them, the more you get to meet the real person. Like, aspects of their personality and who they are just start shining through. So spending 4 days with someone that you got a crush on, yeah, it's going to feel good. There's going to be no bad in that. She's so stupid.
And then all of a sudden, our mental health got low because we were being harassed for days on end. Like,
well, that's because of what we found out about Tommy. It's disturbing. It's dark and it's disturbing. And yes, when people found out and they saw all the pictures and all the text, it looks bad, Amber. It looks real bad. To see that the ex-girlfriend was 1,000 pounds, it is obvious that Tommy was with her for attention and clout and possibly money. And There's been no true mourning period about that happening. And then she's going to jump from that to you, and you're a woman of a bigger size, and you're on YouTube with a following making money. It looks bad. It's not even a case of this person was with this person and they had a wake up moment with it all, and now they're a changed person. They got their own job, they got their own money. No, no, no. She's hopping directly from that situation over to you. And nothing has changed. There's been no significant change in the middle of it all. And there's no change in you either. You're still the same immature brain female. And we know it. You're so thirsty for love, you'll take anybody, anything, thinking you can control it all. Yeah, good luck with that. Foop Olympic says, why does it have to be public? Amberlynn asks, as she has a phone call on speakerphone on live stream with over 3K viewers. Alexis tells her that she doesn't take accountability when things are private, and Amber is too gagged by the question to come up with a response. Let's watch.
I'm letting you know that, like, I firmly think that you're wrong in this situation, and in the way that, like, you're viewing whatever you're viewing, like, it's just not. And it's not fair because you already know. Yes, but why does it have to be publicly? Why?
Because you aren't always accountable when it's private.
Oh my god! But it doesn't have. Oh my goodness.
She didn't know what to say. Like, and I oop. She got me. She got me there. When I'm in private, I don't take accountability. So maybe publicly, Alexis thought she would take accountability, but that's probably not going to happen either. Amber's a narc.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. But
I don't know what to say. I don't know, because she's got you dead to rights. You're not a person that takes accountability. And you're involving yourself with somebody that they're not really taking accountability either. They're running. They're hiding behind you. Okay, what else we got here? So here's something from Poop Olympics. 346 viewers. Tragic. Yeah, that's how many people were watching Chantal last night. 346. That's it. Compared to Amber's almost 4,000. Are you sure she's your friend, Chantal? Are you absolutely certain that Amber's your friend? Or maybe you guys aren't friends and you're afraid of popping off on Amber because that's just going to further ruin your channel and you can't afford that. Foop Olympic says, this beach has Alexis on the phone on live stream. It's giving theater. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. Okay, so DX Pizza Poo, I have to say it that way, gives the verbal recaps of what Chantal does in her live streams. And thank you for the hard work you do, DX. So here's part of the recap. Dramalyn announces a live set to start in 1 minute. Chantal says, is Amberlynn live? Y'all better hit that like button. Says she feels so hungry, she feels she hasn't eaten in 200 years. Can I just say that if you are food obsessed, there's nothing like being nervous or upset or sad or depressed or anxious to make you eat. Like, if negative emotion will supercharge that urge to eat. So Chantal eats anyway, but I'm sure knowing that Amber was going live and was probably going to take a lot of her viewers might have made her eat more. DX also says, unable to fight cravings, she goes to the kitchen for some beans and toast. Don't go anywhere, she yells before muting the stream. Her views drop down to 350. Mods are furiously blocking trolls. Chantal returns with a full tray, an entire bowl of beans, pickles, and grilled cheese. Nervous much? You're nervous. Okay, this was an interesting moment that did happen during the stream. Her talking about eating dried cat food, and this is courtesy of Mo Translates. Let's listen.
I used to eat a spoonful of it. Ew, why did I do that as a kid? I used to eat toast with ketchup. I used to eat cat food, the dry one.
Why would you eat cat food?
I used to eat Panda's kibble. We had a cat named Panda.
Is she so food obsessed that she actually ate the cat's cat food? Is she trying to insinuate that there was so little food in the house that she had to eat cat food? I'm not buying it. I'm not. I'm just not. No, you're making that up, foodie. Press X to doubt. More of the recap from DX saying she's only taking insulin and Genuine now, apparently. Maybe because she couldn't get a prescription for the metformin anymore. Says she is now running out of Genumet and is too expensive in Kuwait. Begging people to become Beezers. Her views dropped down from 500 to 412. Ooh. Wow. The desperation is real. Y'all don't go over and watch Amberlynn, even though she's more interesting than me. Y'all become Beezers and buy those memberships, even though I'm not willing to give you interesting content. Chantal, if you want people to become Beezers, to become VIPs, you gotta give them something worth watching. Whether it's for views or memberships, you gotta give people some incentive, some reason to pay that $5. Because right now, you wouldn't even deserve $1 membership. You're not even giving $1 worth of content or interest. You want people to throw down their money and spend their time watching you for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But why? Why would they? If I put you in a room with a TV and put on a whole playlist of your videos, you wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to watch yourself. You would get so bored, you'd run out of the room screaming. And yet you insist on people watching your stuff. You think it's interesting. It's not. It's boring. And I don't know what's going on with that. If you ran out of ideas, or Shala is saying you can't talk about certain things, just stick to the weather and your food, but it's boring. People have lost interest. They are bored to death. You need to do something. If you care, if you don't, just let your channel go down in flames. It is anyway. It really is. So let's go back to the whole Sufi fruity situation. Kelly says Word and Girl World is saying that when this person showed up in Chantal's chat, her attitude changed and she got off live quickly. And some are wondering if is this person she knows. So here are some of the messages from Sufi Fruity saying, hello, hotties. Do the Westerners wear the hijab? Where is Salah? Will he be coming back late and hot? Ooh. You must smell him when he returns. Oh, to check him. If he does not come home, you cannot sleep. I should think you would worry and stay awake until he is home. Who is this person and what are they up to? Okay, so that's it for the Twitter catch-up. So let's go back up here and watch the Amber stream, courtesy of Kristen. And again, I will leave a link for her channel in the video description below for those who are interested in Kristen and want to subscribe there. So, like, we're not... Okay, I got the sound down.
I'm trying to catch up.
Shut up.
Just some fur babies, as you can see here. Tommy for...
And you.
Okay, we're going to start here. About an hour in because I just don't have time for Amber today. For the boring stuff. We're talking about Erica, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? We're going to start here. And we're going to go forward. This is when she gets on the phone with Alexis and they start going back and forth. And by the way, Amber, that is so incredibly rude. It seems like every live stream you do now, you've got more attention on your phone than your chat. Girlfriend, that phone ain't going to pay your bills. It's not going to pay your rent. It's not going to buy you Legos. Get off the doggone phone. People in the chat were complaining about that. They were throwing tomatoes at you. Just put the phone down, for God's sake. Like she's look, she had a live stream going and she's sitting there talking to Alexis. It's like, just handle it. Handle it offline if you have to.
Oh my god, I was all up in the camera like that. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought the thing was. Do I look hectic?
And she's overusing that word hectic. That's like her new catchphrase, I guess, hectic. Even though she's misusing the word wrong. Like, oh my god, everything is so hectic. I'm telling you, nails on a chalkboard with this one.
Thank you. Hold on.
Get off your doggone phone, woman. You don't have that many friends to be on the phone like that. Just get off the doggone phone. You got a live stream going. Or cut off the live stream and talk on your phone. One of the two.
What? No. Hold on, I'm trying to hide this user. I feel like I'm being spammed. Is this what being spammed is like?
Yeah, there was somebody in the chat that kept sending racist, nasty messages with the N-word. Just kept doing that. Super chats with the N-word.
How's your food aggression these days? I don't have food aggression. I've never had food aggression. Like, I genuinely don't know what that means.
Oh, you don't? Ask Foodie. She knows all about it. Because she does have it. See, she's on her phone.
All right, I'm gonna. Okay. I'm gonna mute this real quick. Hold on.
Oh my God, the rudeness of it all.
All right. Hold on.
And I find it very telling that, like, she and Alexis allegedly, they've got issues with each other, and yet, just like Chantal, she's got that duper's delight smirk on her face. So Alexis is supposed to be her best friend, her emotional support, whatever. And they've had a bit of a falling out, allegedly. Does Amber look upset to you? Now she's over there like on her phone, smirking, duper's freaking delight. Look, she's like, oh, this is going to be so funny. If it's so upsetting, why are you laughing?
The FaceTime is insane.
Alexis,
What?
what is happening right now? Like, genuinely.
Someone messaged me and said you were talking about me. I was like,
Hold on. Alexa. Shh. Why does she always think? Okay.
why are you all up in the camera like this?
Because I'm nervous. Can you guys hear her?
Oh my God.
Like, she is far too happy for this phone call.
Alexis, you.
I understand that people get nervous and they handle being nervous in different ways, but there's just too much joy going on here, and I'm smelling that deception cologne in the air. Like the waft is just really, really strong.
You hurt my feelers.
You hurt mine sometimes too.
Listen, I'm in love.
Enough. Be so for real. I'm not here to sit and talk about Emily with you.
And I apologize to you guys if the volume gets a bit too loud. Alexis, her voice is a bit more muted than Amber's, and I'm just trying. Forgive me, I have tinnitus in both ears. I've got an AC vent right above my head, which is affecting this whole thing. I can't turn the AC off, but I'm trying to get all of the audio for you guys.
Hold on. I'm trying to keep track of everything at once because this person keeps saying like racist things and then they come.
I saw that.
Like, how does that keep happening and popping up? Hold on. Can you please say a congrats to my sisters Jessica and her husband Greg? They're both been watching you for years and are about to be first-time parents. That's amazing. Congrats, Jessica and Craig. I'm jealous. I would love to be a mom. I mean, I am to some fur babies, as you can see here. Okay. You set off my Alexa. I'm sorry. I be doing that all the time. Okay, you guys, just give me a second. I'll get to the super chats in a second because we got to figure this out. But hold on, Alexa.
Yeah, that still blows my mind that people were sending her money. Like, look, people can spend their money how they want to. I just don't understand the logic. Even those people that are mad at Amber, I understand the anger. I get that. But why give her money? Why reward bad behavior? You're rewarding somebody who's doing a live chat and she's not even giving you guys 100% of her attention. Every live stream that I've seen recently of Amber, she's on her doggone phone. She's ignoring people. Here come the super chats. She's not even acknowledging them. She's not even saying hi to people. The entitlement of it all. And yet people continue to throw money. And it's not like the super chats are in support of Amber. They're going after Amber. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just old school, but I would never give money to somebody I didn't like. I don't care for what reason. I don't care if they make me mad. I don't care if it's, I want to say something to you and this is the only way I know how to do it. My money is my money and it's staying in my pocket and I'm not giving it to the person I don't like. That's just how I feel.
I'm about to text you something.
Okay. Yep. Got it.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. So my question is like, why did you have to do this like publicly? That's the part where I'm just like, that's hectic. Like everything we've been through, like you contacted the very reaction channel that like genuinely hurts me to my core.
First of all, from what we have talked about, I thought you liked him.
No, I don't like him.
Oh, okay.
Are they talking about, oh Lordy, it's Jordy?
Okay. Well, anyways, I was planning on.
But here's the funny thing. Amber is complaining that Alexis contacted a reactor that hurts me to my core, her words. So what reactor could Alexis reach out to that would not hurt you to your core? Is there a reactor that you're okay with? Because I don't think there is. They all hurt you to your core, Amber.
Actually never speaking to you again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look in the camera like that. Okay. Also, I just am like so fed up, Amber. Like, I love you, and I want you to be happy and I want you to find somebody that's good for you. But I don't think that it's her. And I'm sorry if you don't agree. I'm sorry if others don't agree. But I just feel weird about it. And I had my reservations before anything came up about her. Anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you know why.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a secret.
Okay, but the thing is, like, okay. You've dated a lot of people while we have been friends. Like, you.
Okay, shut up. I have had.
But what this is gaslighting. What Amber's doing is like, this is gaslighting. This is straw man arguments. This is her version of Chantal's whataboutisms. Like, oh, the focus is on me and what I'm doing and who I'm with. But let's just turn it around and talk about you, Alexis, and the people you've been with. The thing is, nobody gives a whip about what's going on with Alexis. You're in the spotlight now, Amber. You want to put yourself in the spotlight. You decided to air all out your dirty laundry with Tommy. You put her on the internet. People just follow the breadcrumbs that you decided to leave. But now you're trying to switch it around like, don't talk about me. Don't focus on me. Let's talk about you. Oh, no, that's not going to work.
It's okay. We don't have to
2 official relationships.
Okay. But there have been things that you've done, blah, 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 that I don't agree with either. But I would never be like, all right, guys, publicly, I'm going to say that I am no longer Alexis's friend. And this is the reason why. Like, that's hectic.
I know, but I wasn't talking shit.
Like, I fully support that, like, you have your opinions. Like, I support that because, like, I also have mine. But, like, to go and do that, like, you've hurt me on a...
Yeah, with someone like Amber, you can have your opinions. She's just not going to listen to them because they're not her opinions. She's a narc. She only listens to herself. No matter how true or honest or sincere or caring the advice and the words of somebody else is, if they're not in her head, if it didn't come out of her mouth, she don't care.
A level that's just, like, not okay.
I hear you, but I told you, I don't remember yesterday or the day before, maybe yesterday, that I didn't want to talk about Emily with you anymore. I was like, can you just separate these relationships? Like, I don't care if we live in the same state. I don't have to be her best friend. I'm your friend. I'm not her friend. And if you guys break up, I'm still gonna be here.
But I'm not. No. That's the thing where it's like, I want to be with Tommy for, like, ever. Like, I genuinely love her. And, like, you know that, and you've seen that, and I've expressed it, and I've...
But how many times have you called me crying your eyes out?
Because
the most outlandish shit that she has said to you.
No.
Here's my question, Amber. Considering Tommy's past and what we know about her, the fact that she's got this extreme fetish for very big women, her last girlfriend was 1,000 pounds. Is this person, Tommy, going to promote you to be healthier? Is she walking into your life and saying, hey, I had a girlfriend who was 1,000 pounds and you're about 500, 600. I love you so much that I don't want to happen to you what happened to her. I don't want to lose another love of my life. So I'm walking into your life to be a positive influence. Because I don't hear that. I haven't seen it. If it's going on, there's no mention of it. Because it's not being said, because it's not being expressed, there is a high possibility that the pattern that Tommy had with the ex-girlfriend will happen with you. And you already housebound. Can you physically afford to be bedbound? To lose all of your mobility? Then you'll be completely under Tommy's control. You'll have to depend on her for everything. And I mean everything. And I don't know if that's Tommy's intention to have you completely immobile to where you depend on her. Just like Chantal, you being with Tommy, knowing her past, knowing where it could lead, this is all a series of bad choices. But it's your life and you're free to do as you will. Bad, good, ugly, in between. It's just that all of this stuff is playing out on YouTube, on the YouTube stage. This is not happening behind the scenes. We don't know. We're not aware. We are aware. You're making us aware. You guys chose to bring it here. If you hadn't brought Tommy onto YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff and kept it completely private, nobody would have anything to say. But just like Foodie, when you have a partner, you're so desperate for validation to show that you are desired. You have to bring them on the stage. And then when you do, and then people have opinions about them and it's not positive, based on the things that we find out, you get upset. Like, why aren't you guys supporting them? Because we're not stupid people. That's why. The things that we know about Tommy are disturbing. What happened to the ex-girlfriend was disturbing. She doesn't seem like a good person. Neither are you, though. But we see the potential for harm that she could do to you. The influence that she could have over you. The persuasion. You are easily persuaded. You are a manipulative, controlling person, but you're also love-thirsty. And that is an Achilles heel, and that's a weakness that has not been corrected or looked at. So that's why everybody's jumping out of the woodwork and saying, hey, you need to think about this. Hey, you don't want to think about it. You want to be love bombed. You want to be fooled. That's your business.
remember?
No.
Amber, be so
I
thrilled.
have been very low, you know that, like mentally. And unfortunately,
With valid
Tommy,
reasons.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes, and same with Tommy. Like she's never ever gone through something like this. Like this has been so hard for her. And then like for her late fiance to be like talked about in the way that she has, it's horrible because she was such an amazing woman. Like it's not okay. It has
Nobody in Girl World has said anything derogatory about the ex-girlfriend. We don't know her. And she's passed away. Nobody has said anything negative about the ex-girlfriend. Nobody, anywhere. I've looked around. Nobody's saying anything. I have said I wish all of the healing for her family. When you lose a loved one, no matter who it is, it hurts. Nobody's saying anything about the ex-girlfriend. What everybody's commenting on is the relationship that Tommy had with the ex-girlfriend and what it led to. The fact that there was this extreme fetish and all the evidence points in the direction that Tommy was promoting that, despite the fact that this young woman was 1,000 pounds. And now she's hopping on over to Amber with a quickness.
left her very low. And during low times,
Well, maybe she should have taken the time to heal before she got.
Oh my
into a
God.
relationship.
Right. Thank you. She was going through a hard time because of the death of her girlfriend. It wasn't just the loss of a love, it was a loss of a life. Both of those things need adequate time to heal. Even if the girlfriend walked out of her life, you have to mourn the loss of a love. Because when you bring somebody into your life, they take up a space in your heart. And then when they walk out, that space is empty and it hurts. So on top of the love being lost, there's the loss of that person not being on this earth anymore. And that is another kind of grief. So put the two together. That means extra time is needed to heal yourself. You have to have time to properly grieve. And I don't think Tommy took the time. I don't know how much she cared about the girlfriend. It would seem like she really doesn't care. And she's just bouncing from one female to the next. At the same time she was talking to Amber, she was talking to another woman named Spanx Beluga, who has a whole bunch of subscribers on TikTok. It seems like she was girlfriend shopping, trying to find not just a woman of a bigger size, but a woman with means and money, looking for the fish that would bite. So again, that is really sus too. You just lost your girlfriend, and before even a great amount of tears are shed, you're shopping for another woman. How callous does that make you look?
Alexis, I'm not doing this actually on live. Like,
But you are.
I'm not being combative. I'm just telling you how I feel.
okay,
And nobody forced Amber to stay online and do this. She could have said, you know what, guys, this is going to feel like a really private conversation. I'm going to end the live right here. She could have done that, but she kept it going for another hour.
I get it. What was actually the point of this? Genuinely, what was the point of this?
Because you aren't always accountable when it's private, when we have a private
Okay, that's
conversation.
fine. Like, I don't have to be fully accountable. You don't have to be fully accountable. It doesn't matter.
Why not? Why not?
Because I just fully don't understand. Like, I just don't understand, and I never will. And I've tried to explain to you, like,
What do you mean you will never understand? I have given you clear-cut reasons why I am not a fan of this relationship. I have given you valid reason after valid reason after valid reason.
I know, but you come up with things where I'm like, oh no, let me explain that. Like, you're literally off your rocker in that case. Like, I've literally, like, any person I've ever spoken to, you've never wanted me to talk to them anymore or be with them.
What? Because you hook up with people that are not good for you, dum-dum.
Okay. I like Jade. Obviously not Amber. Okay.
Why do you say real names?
I liked Feline.
Holy fuck. But that's the thing. How do you like someone who did the things that they did to me and you know what she did to me? That's where I'm like, this is hectic. Like, how could you sit there and say that?
But I also know what all these other girls have done to you too.
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you, but like, I just want you to support. Like, we can, like, I know you don't want to be my friend, but I'm just saying, like, I know you gave me the ultimatum, which is craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. But genuinely, Tommy makes me like the happiest I've ever felt, and I want to keep feeling that, and I want to see where
She
our
also makes you very sad. She also makes you
no,
very
what makes me
sad.
very sad is everything that's been going on lately online. It's been freaking.
I'm
All right,
gonna say
I'm gonna hang up actually because
So that just few minutes of dialogue, the feeling that I'm getting from Amber is that when people start to talk too much truth to her, she does a diversion tactic, like acting innocent and dumb. I don't know what's going on. That's her diversion tactic. Like when somebody starts talking way too much truth to her and trying to pull her towards the truth door, she backs away like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. Then she does like a threat of, I'm going to end this phone call. You're talking too much truth and I don't like it. That's what it feels like to me.
you know that to be
It's like it's her trying to stop the conversation from going in a direction that she doesn't want it to go in.
true. That everything that has been happening online has made us both miserable. Like you have heard me cry about it multiple times.
I'm sorry, but the one
And
comment that
before
you're gonna say
all
out
of this
loud-
happened, me and Tommy never had sad moments like that. Like it literally was magic. Like actually
You had magic. But do you have a relationship? Every beginning of a relationship feels magical. It's the newlywed period. It's the honeymoon. It's gonna feel magical. It's you're gonna get drunk off of it, Amber. You're drunk off of love. Or the feeling of love. You're in love with the idea of being in love. You're like Chantal. Neither one of you idiots can be alone. You just can't. You you both have gotten yourself to a point physically where you need somebody around. You need someone to be the caretaker because you can't be independent on your own, living on your own. You need someone to take care of you. And you're both too stupid and too cheap to pay a real caretaker. So you're trying to find some poor idiot out there that will sign up for the job to save you thousands of dollars from having to hire a real caretaker who would have no emotional attachment to you or obligation to you or be codependent on you. They would just come in, do their job, collect their paycheck, and leave. You don't want that. You both want someone under your control. It's all about the control and manipulation. Like I'm Amberlynn Reid. Who gives a crap? Who cares? You're not the powerful force that you think you are. You're not. Even though you try to project that, it ain't happening. Because if you were the powerful force, you would look at all the things that Girl World is showing you and said, oh, oh my, this doesn't look good. This looks very vampiric. I think I'll back away now and find a better choice. No, you're not about finding the best choice. You're all about the settling, and I'm all about the aesthetics. And if the person you're looking at matches the aesthetics, that's all they need on their resume. You don't check them out. You don't take the time to do your homework and do your research. It's all about, do they look a certain way? Okay, you're hired. And then chaos ensues.
actual magic. And then all of a sudden our mental health got low because we were being harassed.
You know what? If that is the case, if that's for real, if your mental health is low and her mental health is low for whatever reason, that's when you take the time and you both go under construction. And before you proceed with a relationship, because a relationship takes a lot of work and a lot of focus, and it requires both people being strong for themselves and each other, you fix yourself before you dive into the pool. That's what you do. What you don't do is go to another person you're a broken doll, they're a broken doll, and then you look at each other, you're both broken, and say to each other, fix me. Because neither one of you can fix each other. It's not going to happen. You got to fix yourself. You can't look at another person and say, it's your job and your responsibility to fix my broken parts. You're the one that has the tools in the toolbox, not her. Or using the other person as a distraction from the responsibility of fixing yourself. Nobody can wave a magic wand over you, Amber, and say, you're fixed now. Ain't gonna happen. Stop escaping from yourself and fix yourself.
For days on end. Like, so yes, I cried to you a lot about that. And it's like, it just sucks that you're taking my mental health and then Tommy's mental health and like using it against us and saying, yeah, this is the deciding factor of why I don't like this relationship. That's crazy to me, because you have also been in situations, like even in your current one, let's not go there, I won't do that, where I'm like,
do not bring them into this.
I'm just saying they have also done things where I'm like,
okay, yes, but nobody's perfect, but they have never said the things to me that Tommy has said to you.
I think that maybe like you took it wrong, but like me in like a BPD moment or episode, I'm a little hectic and I get kind of like,
Amberlynn,
oh my God.
One of the specific comments that she made to you was awful. I would never say that to a partner.
Okay, but to me, like, so people are thinking this is staged. It actually is. Are you guys enjoying it? This is staged, actually.
But she said it. She's saying this is staged. You know what? I believe she's kind of telling the truth, that it is staged, that it's all for YouTube. Like, because the behavior before the phone call started, like she was like hinting that Alexis was trying to contact with her or getting on the phone, and before she put Alexis on, she muted. So I actually believe her.
Genuinely. What was I saying?
Say hi.
Hi, Basil. Hi. What a sweet little baby. Hold on a second.
Like, look, like in the middle of this intense phone call, she's sitting there texting. What are you texting? Why do you have to text in the middle of a live stream? I mean, if this is staged and it kind of looks like it is, why can't they talk about what they're going to do and what they're going to say before they get started with the live stream? It just feels like Amber, she is just improvising as she goes. And that's why she has to have her phone, like, to basically be the director while the play is going on. Like, this is crazy.
You putting me and your audience on hold while you're in a live is crazy behavior.
Yeah, it's rude behavior is what it is.
I think I'm disassociating or having like an out-of-body experience right now.
Oh my God, an out-of-body experience? You're having an out-of-body experience. Okay. Are we talking to meditation and Yogalyn right now then? Are you having an out-of-body experience? And if so, where are you? Because you're not where you should be. Maybe you should wait till after the live stream to be out of body, because you're alive and this is not a time for a coffee break.
No.
Are you levitating?
I'm doing something. And I don't know, I really don't know what, but I'm doing something. Okay, everyone's telling me to go to therapy. I'm literally on Monday, I'm going to get a therapist, and then you guys will never have to say that to me again, because that is like, it's a lot.
I agree with them. I told you that.
So the only option here, honestly, like if you truly feel like how you feel, which is fine, you can feel how you feel. But like, I think it's time that maybe we take this off a line. And if you don't want to talk in private, that's fine. I will respect that as well.
I don't want things to get disrespectful. And I'm really not a super big fan of you bringing my partner into this, because they have been nothing but nice.
Okay,
to you.
then let's move on from that.
So I guess there was a bit of a beef between Alexis and Amber because Amber brought Alexis's partner into this when that didn't have to happen. And if this is not staged, which it feels like it is, maybe part of the reason why Alexis wanted to talk to Amber on live where everybody could hear is because if they did it privately, then Amber could make all kinds of stuff up. But during the live, it might hold her accountable, and Amber could make stuff up and said, oh, Alexis said this and Alexis said that. This way, everybody's aware of what's being said.
Let's move on from
Well,
that. We don't
that's
need to.
So Alexis is saying to Amber, you brought my partner into this. They're supposed to be really good friends. Notice no real apology from Amber. No acknowledgement that she did wrong that way. No remorse, no regret. No, that was wrong of me. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gone there. No acknowledgement of her wrong. She goes, let's move on from that. No accountability. None.
Why the daggers came out? Because
we don't have to. Hold on, I'm getting like all kinds of things. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I don't even know. I'm just like, Tommy has only ever been nice to you. That's something else that's like really crazy to me. We've always had such a great time, the three of us. And
yes, but I don't agree with some of the things that she says to you.
I get that. We don't have to agree, but that doesn't mean like, why can't you like separate? Like, okay, you just admitted people aren't perfect. Okay, that's number one.
You know what? I'm so sick of those words from both the girls. Chantal and Amber, they both use that phrase. Oh, nobody's perfect. Nobody has to be perfect. Nobody's asking for perfection here. No one. But when you are someone that you need therapy, you need to get yourself together, you know this, and you're hopping from relationship to relationship and you keep picking people, they're doing kind of the same thing and they've got a disturbing past. It's not about achieving perfection. It's about putting yourself in situations and being around people that are good for you and people that are around you that care for you, who have the outside perspective. You're on the inside looking out. They're on the outside looking in so they can see more of the broader view than you are. They're warning you. This person may be good to hang out with and that's fine. But as far as a relationship, they're going to be awful.
Tommy has been going through one of the lowest times of her life.
Oh, God. Yeah, and I see the way she's handling it. Her girlfriend passed away and, you know, not taking care of her kid, leaving the kid behind to go be with you. Okay. And then hopping into other people's DMs and wanting to move in with you right away. Yeah, like she's handling it well, isn't she?
Trying to gravitate that with thousands of people watching.
Good. 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 The pressure's on. We don't welcome people like her in the community. We see her past. We see what she did. We see how she moves. She can't sit with us. We do not approve. We don't have to approve. You want to date her? You want to move in with her? Fine. But she's awful. You're awful too. Maybe that's why the two of you are together. You're both awful people. But the fact that she was with somebody and this person is no longer here, you can say what you want about Girl World, Amber. But if we were the hateful people that you claim we are, and we wished harm upon you, we wished for your demise, wouldn't we keep our mouth shut and not put the information out there and let you know if you didn't know? Because that's what a real hater would do. They would go, I don't like this person, screw them, whatever happens to them happens. They're with a harmful, poisonous person, just let it happen. Let them get bit by that snake and let them deal with the effects of the venom. Who cares? But obviously there's some humanity in girl world. And you can't say you did not know. You do know. And the ball's in your court now.
I understand. But when I was doxxed earlier this year, I did not take it out.
Okay, I get that. Her story is different, though. Her story is different, and she's never taken it out on me. She has had low mental health. I'm sure everyone watching, like, you guys have.
Is this an attempt to make us feel sorry for Tommy? Because I don't feel sorry for her. I really don't. If she's got low mental health, seek out therapy. Take care of yourself. You know, don't be jumping in the DMs of women if you're not feeling good. It's not healthy to do the rebound thing when you're not feeling good.
Had very low, like, mental health before, and you need space. And
she wasn't getting space though. She was girlfriend hopping. She was rebounding, looking for a big fish with lots of money. She found you.
Dating someone with BPD, which is me, like, if your partner says you need space, you kind of take that personal. And I know I shouldn't take that personal. Once I'm out of, like, my weird BPD type of deal, I'm able to focus in and be like, this is normal. Like, we shouldn't be on FaceTime 24/7 when your mental health is that low. Like,
no, I'm getting the feeling that part of the bonding between Tommy and Amber is possibly it's, oh, I've got bad mental health and you've got bad mental health. Let's use that as a way to bond with each other. That is not healthy. That can be quite toxic. Like, you're a broken doll, I'm a broken doll. We both have mental health issues. Bonding using the wrong things for the wrong reasons.
No, because I'm like,
it's not going to be bad. Can I say something though? It wasn't the space that she needed that was the problem. And we talked about this before, even in the beginning. It was like, you this. But the problem was the comments being made towards you, because one of those comments were absolutely vile. And I would never dream of saying that to one of my partners. Okay. Especially if we were still together.
Okay. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. I just know that, like, no relationship is perfect.
Deflection. So Alexis just said that Tommy said something vile to Amber. And again, I don't know if that was a deliberate, staged breadcrumb planted by the both of them. Like, oh, I'm going to mention this in the stream. I'm not going to say what it is. But look at Amber. She's like deflecting. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Alexis, why didn't you say what that comment was? No, she just alluded to what it might have been, which is going to lead to speculation. So what was the comment?
But I do know that, like, in this one, this is the closest to perfect that I have ever had. Like,
that's your problem. You're looking for perfection versus looking for something that is healthy and happy. If you look for perfection, you're not going to find it. As you said, nobody's perfect. So if nobody's perfect, how can you get perfection? And how is it going to be achieved with two people who are starting a whole relationship at a time when neither one is at full power? If she's got issues and you've got issues and you both know you've got issues and you both are moving way too fast, where is perfection going to show up? How is it going to show up? What is the path here? It's not gonna happen. There's no such effing thing as a perfect relationship. No such thing. There's no perfect person out there. None. You can achieve happiness. You can achieve health if you find someone you feel spiritually connected to. Love can grow from that. Perfection you can't get. Perfection is just something that advertisers use to sell products. But before you can get a good relationship, you have to be that person's best friend and they have to be your best friend. And that takes time, Amber. You cannot hurry things. That's just something you have to build on slowly. Start off with friendship first. The people that are together the longest, they started out being each other's best friend. And they stay that way throughout the relationship of the marriage. Before they are anything, they are each other's best friend. You can talk about anything. They can talk to you. You're concerned for each other. You guys haven't known each other that long to be each other's best friend. Hence the reason why at some point it's gonna fail. When the champagne of love that you're drinking, when it goes flat and it starts to taste bad, everything's gonna fall apart.
I genuinely am thoroughly happy, and I want to like see that through. Like,
you're literally giving me whiplash because one day it's not perfect and you're breaking up, and the next day it's perfect and wonderful and magical. You're literally giving me whiplash. I don't know if I'm supposed to support her or not.
You are supposed to support her, and you're supposed to support the fact that like happy and that we're finally getting.
No. See, like, she's not supposed to support her. You are her friend. She's there for you. It is possible to have a friend, and if you have a boyfriend or a husband that the friend doesn't like, they don't necessarily have to be friends with that person or support that person. If they don't like them, they don't like them. It's not automatic acceptance. It doesn't work like that, Amber. You can have friends and they can like you and talk to you and not be okay with your partner. If you're getting the ick from the partner, as a friend, you're allowed to have your feelings and your opinions about them.
Getting over that like scary like mental health situation that we were in. And
that's another hint, like the scary mental health situation we were in. What was it?
I think that like when someone's at their lowest, like to time is something that I can't, because I know say and do things that I probably wouldn't do otherwise. Like,
okay, has she specific comment?
Yes.
I know you know I'm talking about.
Yes. And it's like that comment hurt you more than it hurt me. And I'm just over here like,
that's also insane crazy.
Because I understand. I've literally been in that situation before.
Do you
not in that exact situation, but
do you remember how many hours you cried after that comment was made?
All right, Alexis, I'm gonna go because
there's a threat, because she's not winning the argument. If Amber feels like she's not winning the argument or somebody's getting too close to the truth, she's going to shut him down with, I'm going to go. You're not saying nice things to me. You're not being a friend and saying nice things to me. You're not propping me up. You're holding me accountable and you're telling too much truth. I'm going to go. That's a threat. Like, you're getting me too upset. I'm going to go.
I feel like you're trying to make this way worse than what it is. And that's the part that's like really frustrating to me, because you're doing it in front of thousands of people. And
I said it was one comment.
Okay, but you're acting, oh my God. I am actively like in a relationship where I am happy and like
right now.
Yes, because my mental health is finally improving, and so is hers.
Girl.
Because at first this was like a bomb, it was like a literal bomb that was set off.
I understand.
Like, genuinely. And I know you've had your lows too, and you say and do things like you literally, yes, this is a skit and this is staged. Yes.
She said it again. I believe her.
You say and do things that, like,
I mean, I really wish Amber would have left her video up on her channel, just because the chat was going all the way off and people were throwing tomatoes. Oh, were they throwing the tomatoes? They were so angry between everything feeling staged and her being on her phone and ignoring people and the constant interruptions. People were just like livid. But she deleted it. But I am thankful for Kristen posting this.
Oh, come on. Like, you've been there. We are not robotic. We are all human. Like,
I understand that, but I wouldn't be a good friend if I didn't speak up.
Okay, what made you, in my opinion,
Because that's what a good friend does. If you're doing some nonsense, or if you're around someone or doing something that hurts you, that's what a good friend does. They will say something. Even if it means hurting your feelings, they say something out of love and care. How can you be a good friend if you have a friend that you talk to and they're around someone that there's a history of harmful behavior and you don't open your mouth? I mean, if they don't open their mouth, it kind of speaks about where the friendship is at. How can we be friends if I can't talk to you and give you my opinions and my feelings?
do something that wasn't okay is when you publicly went to a reaction channel that you know I don't like, I don't support, and you did this publicly.
You don't support any reaction channel, so what are you talking about? There's no Amberlynn Reid approved reaction channel.
Already knowing that publicly, I'm going through fucking hell. That's the part where I'm confused. And then you don't even want to have.
You know what, Amber? Maybe in a weird way, that's the friendship thing again. Because if you and Alexis are friends, if this is somewhat not staged, you guys really are friends, even now. And Alexis she has a degree of friendship for you still, because she's on the phone right now and she can tell all your business, girl. She could just let it all out and you're live and there's not a doggone thing you could do about it. She could just put all your stuff out on Front Street and just roast you, and she's not doing it. But maybe her going to a reaction channel was a way of getting your attention, because maybe she was afraid if Tommy moves in, the repercussions of that. Maybe as a friend, she was like, I know she's probably going to hate me. I know she's probably going to be mad, but I might just be saving her life.
Phone call with me privately, you want to do it publicly yet again, knowing
that's because you're a liar. And if she didn't do it this way, you might have just made a whole bunch of stuff up. This way, you can't make anything up. We're all listening.
That I love you, and I'm not going to be able to say no. Like, that's not fair at all.
Okay, but you don't always show me that you love me.
I try my hardest. It's like I'm always there for you. Like, I feel like we've gotten the closest ever since I've been with Tommy. Like, we all three of us together, and like, I just don't understand, like, genuinely.
Also, I want to clarify, I haven't met either of them. We have not hung out in person.
No, it's not in person. It's very 2024 coded through the FaceTime, actually.
See, that was weird. Didn't she just say like a little while ago that they hung out and had a good time together, but yet they haven't met? Weird.
Like, I just want like us to be okay, but it's like
I just want us to be okay. Define okay. Do you mean that you want Alexis to be okay with you because she knows all your business, and if you get her too mad, she might just do some expose stuff on you? Is that what you mean? Are you concerned about the friendship, or are you concerned about the information she knows on you that she can put on YouTube?
It's like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to that point ever again.
I'm also very hurt. I am also extremely hurt.
Okay, can you actually don't explain why? I would rather do that privately because I don't understand, actually.
I'm not going to say anything messed up, but sometimes I just feel like you choose your partners over me, and then they leave, or you break up, or you fight.
Okay, now, hold on a minute. That was weird. Alexis has a partner. She said that. And she got very upset with Amber talking about her partner. Okay. if you're friends with somebody, okay, you're on a friendship level. Why does your friend have to run the partners by you? I feel like you choose your partners over me. Huh? Like, I know a friendship is important, but personal relationships are another matter. Why does Amber have to run her partners through Alexis? Huh?
And then you're back
Yes.
to giving me the friendship that I give to you, and it's reciprocal. And then you're back in La La Land, and I'm back on the back burner.
But
even if somebody is your best friend, who that person chooses as their partner is just a whole another thing. Like I said,
you're not on the back burner when it comes to me and Tommy. I have been closer to you than I ever have, and you know that. And I genuinely loved like the friendship that you two were forming. Like it was fun, the three of us like talking and like hanging out, and like it was.
And you know that even after everything came out, I still gave her a chance. I still gave her the benefit of the doubt. She asked me if I thought she was a bad person. I said no. I was still around. I was still talking to her. But it's certain things that have transpired since that I just can't get behind. And it doesn't mean I hate her.
Okay, then
it's just like,
then we won't be friends. I don't know what else to say. Because like I just, in the way that I would support you, like I want you to do the same for me. Like when I'm genuinely happy.
I was trying.
And it's like it's fucked up that like I can't confide in you like as a best friend.
Oh, there goes the guilt trip. It's messed up that you're my friend and I'm determined to hang on to this individual without really knowing them. Now here comes the guilt trip. It's messed up that I can't confide in you. Yeah, but that's a choice that you are actively making. You're saying, I'm choosing Tommy over the friendship, which you're free to do, Amber. It's your life. But you're going to make that choice. You're saying this is the way things got to be. So you're deciding to let go of a friend. And because you're letting go of a friend, you don't have that person to confide in. And yet you're going to guilt trip that person over that decision?
Like,
you can. Do you know all of the stuff that I literally could have said?
Boom. She's like, do you even understand that I am your friend and I know too much and I could have said a lot more? Yeah. Yeah, think on that, Amber.
I chose not to.
No, that I like actually, yeah. Like you know a lot of stuff about my exes, about friends, about people in my life. Like you know a lot. Like genuinely.
And do you really think that I would ever spill that? Be so for real right now.
I was scared.
I was scared. Question, why are you scared? What does Alexis know that would make you scared? What dark secrets, what skeletons does Alexis know that would make you scared? Did you do something, Amber? What happened? What does she know? Is that the reason why you're not going all the way off on Alexis right now? Like you're erring on the side of caution. You know that if you get her too mad, she'll put all your business out there. Is that why you're being careful? I think so.
Come on.
I was. Because it's like what you did already has shocked me, has left me shocked. Genuinely has left me shocked.
But I haven't made derogatory statements about you. You are not you.
I don't
and
care.
I am not the issue.
I don't care. I would rather you make them about me. That's the.
There we go again, the lack of apology. Alexis just said, you have made derogatory statements about me. No apology after that. She's not starting out her speech with, I'm really sorry, Alexis. I shouldn't have done that. It goes into, I don't care. Back to me. Back to our regular programming.
The point. I'd rather you make them about me. Like,
why? So you can make money on YouTube? You want to have a back and forth on YouTube? Is that what you were going for? I want you to talk bad about me. Go for it. I'll make money with it. How much privacy do you want, really?
You have hurt me by hurting her. Like, genuinely. That is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Oh, there we go with the fake tears. You've hurt me, and you've hurt Tommy, and you should feel bad about that.
And if you can't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. And this is embarrassing that, like...
Oh, I'm so embarrassed, yet I'm not turning off the live stream. I'm going to keep it going for another 40 plus minutes. But I'm so embarrassed, y'all. I'm so humiliated. I'm sitting here with no tears in my eyes. I'm not shaking. My face isn't beet red. But I'm embarrassed.
Because I needed to have this conversation. And it's like...
It's amazing to me, all of the money that she makes on YouTube, and she hasn't gotten any acting classes yet. She needs them.
I feel like I can't even fully, like... Because we're public. Almost 4,000 people are watching. I feel fucking so embarrassed by this.
She's so proud of herself. She hasn't seen these numbers in a while. There's almost 4,000 people watching. I'm so embarrassed. Yet she's not cutting the stream off. She wants those numbers.
But I felt like I had to do it because it was the only way we could talk. Like, how embarrassing is this?
Well, because I needed you to be accountable. Because sometimes you are just so stuck and hyper-focused on something that you refuse to see other perspectives and you refuse to see the truth. And this is something that I have accepted about you, and I understand, but that's not fair to me.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
I am 2 hours late for my concert.
I hope you have fun at your concert. I now look like a dumb, so...
You know what, Alexis? You decided to do this on live stream. If you're 2 hours late for the concert, I guess the concert's over by now. Been 2 hours, girl.
Dumb.
I look like a manipulator. I don't take a...
Hey, what? Amber, what do you mean this makes you look like a manipulator? We knew that about you way before now.
Accountability.
Stop reading the comments. I'm not
Stop reading the comments. Stop making it about you. I love it.
reading the comments. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I get that, but like... I just... You have seen...
Amberlynn, I don't think you're a bad person. I just think that sometimes you're...
And it's not fair because you already know. Yes, but why does it have to be publicly?
Oh my God, why does it have to be public? Don't you know, Alexis, that's the worst thing for a narc? You're putting all this stuff out there in the public. And Amber is just like Chantal, like, it's a dent in her ego. It's a dent in her pride. She wants to control the narrative. She wants full control. And when you do things public, she's not in full control. She can't manipulate the situation. This is why she's getting upset. It's like, what do you mean you want to do this publicly? We should do this privately so that I can make stuff up and I can lie and make you look worse. What do you mean you want me to do this on live stream where everybody can hear and everybody can see? And there's full transparency. This is unacceptable in my world.
Why?
Because you aren't always accountable when it's private.
Oh my God. But it doesn't have... Oh my goodness. I don't know what else. I don't know what to say.
Control freaks do not like being in control. It drives them nuts.
Like, I don't know. Thank you, Rachel. I feel fucking dumb though. Like, doing it live doesn't change the way that I respond to you. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does.
I beg to differ.
I'd probably be...
She even said it. I beg to differ. That if they were talking privately, it'd be a whole different ball game.
Be crying more actually if we were off a line. So I'm crying less being online.
Good.
But
I don't know if there is going to be a resolution right now. I think that we both have a lot of things to think about.
I've already been thinking. I've already done my thoughts.
Me too.
I've been journaling. I've been thinking. I've been
God,
talking.
Not the aggressive journaling.
I'll always be journaling. That's just what I do. And I know what I want in my life, and I know how I feel about certain situations. And
It's so sad that the only focus in Amber's life is YouTube and having a partner. Like that's where her focus is. Versus, I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to make myself healthy and fix myself. Her focus is making money on YouTube and just picking some rando person out of the crowd and making it work.
I don't know. Like, I'm happy. And
all right, but never mind. Doesn't matter. I sound like a broken record at this point. You're gonna feel how you feel. I'm gonna feel how I feel, and I don't know what to say to you, Amberlynn, because I feel like sometimes I'm just literally repeating myself over and over and over until you see my perspective. And sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't.
I can see your perspective, but like you're also not understanding mine, and I can't
see. It's all about me. Me. Oh, her and Foodie both. Me. You can have your feelings. You can have your opinions. You can be my friend, but what you have to say on how you feel doesn't matter. It's all about me. I matter. Even if you're right, even if you're telling the truth. Me. Dismissing how the other person feels. Because the narc wants to be right at all times and will not admit when they're wrong. Even when you get them dead to rights and they know they're wrong, they're never going to admit it, not even to themselves. Talk to a narc, it's like talking to a brick wall. They'll act like they care about how you feel. They'll act like they're listening to you when they're really not, because they want to keep you around to act as a fan or an admirer. It makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel admired and loved. And your job is to, like act like a fan with a Hollywood star or something.
Fully explain it because I'm live streaming and it's personal. So it's like, that's not fair. So I'm actually not, you know what? I take back what I said. I'm not fully able to speak to you in the way that I would because there are personal things that obviously I don't want to say on here. And that's also not fair.
I hear you, but I am.
And who in the crap is blowing up her phone? Like those notifications? Is that Tommy doing that? Because her phone is just going off way too much.
Just as much as you are hurt, I am also hurt. Okay? This is really taking a toll on me, even though I know I was the one to take a step back.
Like, look at her. She's like, Alexis is saying, you're not just hurt, I'm also hurt. And Amber's like, ugh, do we have to hear about your pain? Let's focus on me. When somebody else around a narc says, I'm in pain, I'm having trouble, this is upsetting me, narcs don't want to hear it. They don't. The moment you start talking about anything you're going through pain-wise, suddenly they're like, I gotta go. Or they put the conversation back on themselves.
It doesn't really matter. I still am hurt. I still am upset. I still can feel the way that I feel.
Yes, and I'm letting you feel the way that you feel.
I'm letting you feel the way that you feel. Oh, so she needs permission now. Okay, Ego Lynn.
Obviously, I respect that. I didn't mean to hurt you. I don't know how that I did. And if I did.
And you're not going to figure it out either with that attitude.
I hurt you. I'm sorry. I would never intentionally hurt you.
Truthfully, my final straw was when you brought my partner into this. That was my final straw.
Okay, I'm sorry for bringing your partner into this. I was just trying to relate. I was bringing like
So Alexis brought her partner up earlier in the conversation. No apology then. And now Amber's giving one.
relatable situations together. And I was just saying that, you know.
No. Stop right there. So basically you brought up her partner for what to do the whataboutisms. I don't know Alexis's situation with a partner. I'm not all into that. But I'm sure whatever the situation is with Alexis and her partner is not the same with you and yours, Amber. I'm pretty certain that Alexis's partner is not a feedie that had a partner that was 1,000 pounds who passed away in the hospital. The two are not relatable.
Sometimes we don't agree with certain things that people do, but I would never look at you and say me or them. I would never do that.
If I was in a what you assumed and saw to be a harmful relationship, I would want you to
There is nothing harmful, and this is where I'm going to hang up.
They're not. It's not harmful yet because she's not living there. And Amber, are you stupid? People who are abusive, sometimes they don't show all their true colors at first. They'll lure you in. They'll put off the appearance of, I'm a good person, I will never hurt you, I love you so much, love bomb, love bomb, love bomb. And then slowly over time, they'll groom you into the hurt. They'll let little pieces and shards shine through. And they'll gradually get you adjusted to it and conditioned to it to where you'll forgive it and you'll keep putting up with it. Trust me, I know. And especially in your situation, where this Tommy person, obviously they're looking around for a partner with money to take care of them. Obviously, if she's moving that doggone fast, she wants to get moved in and locked in before she gets started to work on you. Do you understand? This is very precarious. She wants to get in your house and move in with you and get you conditioned to her. And then over time, it might turn really ugly. But she's not going to show that ugliness all at once. It's sometimes not that easy. When you're dealing with a manipulative, abusive person, and especially one that they're in survival mode, or they're looking to get something, or they're living to live off somebody, they will keep their true selves hidden until they feel that they can assume full control, and then they'll come out swinging. Not physically, mind you, but still. They'll hide their true face until they're sure they have all the power, and then they'll take the mask off.
Because there's nothing harmful happening. This is like the softest
Not yet.
love I've ever had in my life. And I've wanted the gentle love. That is what I've craved. Someone to actually like.
I'm not going to bring myself into it. I'm not going to trauma dump or anything, but I'm just going to say this because she's saying this stuff right here. Amber, I was involved in a toxic DV relationship. The person who did those things to me, he did not show his true face for a while. He conditioned me. And then it got really ugly. And then I left. I've had different people in my life do things. And trust me, none of them showed their true face. They all presented themselves as good guys with jobs and I love you so much. And then they took the mask off. That's what abusive people do. That's why people are warning you about Tommy. You're awful. You're a POS, but nobody wants to see you in the ground 6 feet under. That's why everybody's stepping forward and warning you. Maybe the words are harsh from people you don't like, but are we wrong to warn you? Are we as hateful as you say? If we're saying, here's all the evidence, here's all the stuff we know, take it and do what you will. You cannot walk around in ignorance and say, I didn't know. You know before this person's even there. It's your choice.
Love me gently, and it's not toxic or this like gross, like heavy, abusive. Like I've been in abuse.
Like, what are you saying, Amber? Are you saying that your past partners were abusive? They were harsh? I can't see that with any of the people you've been with.
Abusive things, and you know that. And this is the first time where I'm like, wow. So this is how it feels to like be loved without like feeling like there's some sort of like abuse going on. And
I wonder what she classifies as abuse. Would she classify abuse as I'm with a partner and they're saying things that I don't like? Like, Amber, you need to take care of your health. Amber, you need to go to the doctor and get your weight under control. Amber, just take care of yourself. The partners that she was with, that they try to get her healthy, and Amber just didn't want to hear it. And did she consider that to be abusive? Versus being with somebody that they're going to go the opposite way, and she's going to view that as love.
I want to talk about this. Like this is a lot.
Okay, hey, you're fine. You're safe. Everything's good.
I'm not safe. This is going to be on every fucking reaction channel there is.
That's right, it is. Because you decided to make this public, baby girl. You could have cut off the camera a long time ago, but you're all about the greed. You know you are. You're all about the money. You could have stopped this a while ago, but please keep going.
And nothing bad is happening.
Yes, everything bad is happening. Like you've made me have this phone call publicly.
Because you're a liar in private too.
That's not fair.
Oh yes, it is. I think it was actually kind of smart on Alexis's part. If this isn't staged, it was smart on her part because they had a private conversation. Amber could have said anything. Anything.
Okay, well, some of the things you have.
If it bothers Amber this much, why didn't she just stop the live stream? Why?
Said to me are not fair.
Okay.
Okay, well, my friends have literally been outside for the last 20 minutes. I have to go. I'm
So what was the point of this then? Like,
to hold you accountable and to give transparency so you can't lie some more. That's how.
Because I wanted to speak to you on a public platform where you could be accountable and you couldn't just say whatever you wanted out of emotion or out of the heat of the moment.
well, I have BPD. I have a lot of emotions right now.
So do I.
I don't even know how I'm like actually doing this.
I don't use that as an excuse. I do too. I don't use it as an excuse.
People are telling me to hang up. I literally physically can't. I'm not like that type of person that like.
Yes, you can. You can hang up if you wanted to. You can say, Alexis, look, we'll talk later or something. You could hang up anytime you wanted. You could have stopped the stream anytime you wanted. You're doing this for money, girl. Don't lie.
Hangs up on people. But like,
well,
so you did all this. Okay.
What? Say it.
What's the next step in this like situation?
Dude, I don't know.
Like, I just want you to be happy for me. Like, you see me happy. So it's like, I want you to be happy for me.
I was trying to be.
Okay.
I was trying to be. I don't know what else to say.
Well,
This is just, we're going in circles now. So
I hope that you have fun at your concert. And I don't know.
Okay. Have a good.
I'm getting the sense from Amber that she wants to go off, but she knows Alexis knows too much. And like I said, Amber is calculating. And so you got to know inside that head, she's calculating. She's thinking about things. And she's thinking, I got to be careful with this one. She knows too much. And if I pop off on her, she'll pop off on me harder. So I'm just going to err on the side of caution and just keep my mouth shut.
Good rest of your night.
You too. I'll be right back.
So she left. She left to go do something. Left the stream like that. And she came back crying, allegedly crying.
And I know, like, some people are
Not quite sure if she went to the bathroom to do something to her eyes to make it seem like she was crying.
on her side, some people are on my side. I literally, you guys don't know the full story, and you'll never.
I'm so sick of hearing that. You guys don't know the full story. Foodie says that a lot. Amber says that a lot. And then they get mad at the reaction channels for filling in the empty holes. You know what? We would know the full story if you two idiots would give us the full story. And if you told the truth, if you told the truth and you gave us the full story, we would know what was going on and there'd be no speculation. There'd be no rumors. There would be no lies. There would be no guesswork. But you and Foodie are both incapable of telling us the full story and the truth. Hence the reason why the reaction channels have to work overtime to look for the truth and find it somewhere and make it all make sense, because sometimes it doesn't freaking make sense. So don't use that defense of you guys don't know the full story. Then tell us. Tell us what's going on. If you know the full story and we don't and we got it wrong, then come forward, doggone it, and say what it is. So we get all the facts. We know everything in the timeline. And we can report the news the right way if we're doing it wrong. So what's the full story, Amber?
Know the full story. She's upset because Tommy made one comment that literally had nothing to do with me. It wasn't directed towards me. It was nothing like that in the slightest. But my BPD and my sensitivity made it into like this big thing for no reason. And like, I don't know.
Look, I don't know what happened with that situation. I wasn't in the room. If Tommy and Amber have mental, emotional issues, I hope they both get help. If Tommy is having thoughts of self-harm, then she needs to go get help. Like if it's for real, she needs to go get help, because that's nothing to play around with. But usually in the case of people who unalive themselves, if they're being serious about it, when they tell somebody that they're going to unalive themselves, that's a cry for help. It's either a true, honest cry for help, and they should get help, or in evil, twisted cases, they're doing it to control the other person as a manipulation tactic. Again, I'm not in the room with Tommy when that was said. I don't know her. I don't know which side of the coin that fell on. If it was an honest cry for help or it was a manipulation tactic, it kind of feels like it was for manipulation, but I could be wrong. If she needs help, she needs to go get help. If she is so emotionally fragile and so troubled, as is Amber, they don't need to be living together nor in a relationship. They need to take some time and work their stuff out. Two troubled people starting up a relationship is never a good idea.
If you guys heard it, you'd be like, oh, yeah, that's actually just sad. That's not, like, it's been a lot for Tommy. It's been a lot for me. Our mental health has been like literally horrible. And we're finally starting to like have a little bit of hope.
Hope for what? Y'all need to get yourselves together.
It's just been a lot. And like, Alexis knows that. Like, she literally knows that.
I'm sensing the beginnings of a situationship, not a relationship, a situationship that's going to lead to codependency. You're going to have two people that are leaning too hard on each other. And when you've got two pillars leaning hard on each other, neither one of them is standing up strong on their own. You're building a house on quicksand, on a very shaky foundation, and sooner or later it's going to fall down.
And like, she's having me do this, like, I was texting her and I was just like begging for like, can we please just do this in private? And it's like, she's like, this is your only chance to talk to me. And it's like, I care about her.
You know, when you have a good friend that knows you and they know what a liar and manipulator you are and how you manipulate the truth, and they insist on doing it on YouTube because that's the only way for everybody to know everything, to hold you accountable. Your friends are doing that to you. That just shows how little they trust you. One heck of a friendship the two of you have, Amber, Alexis.
Her. I love her. And it's like, what do I do? Like, do I just never talk to her again? Or do I do this one call and hopefully we can like figure something out, you know? So it was just like,
you know, it's almost like the friend is saying to you, I know you and I know you well enough that I know how shady you are. And I don't trust you. Sounds like a toxic friendship to me.
I just wish you guys like, I wish I could tell you guys the full story so you guys could understand it.
Why can't you? Why can't you? What's stopping you?
A little more. I don't want to say the comment specifically because it's about Tommy's late fiance. And that's not, I'm not going to sit here and ever share anything personal like that about anybody. You guys know that. Like, I've told you guys that. Like, Erica and Brittany just did the fuckest shit to me, and I still never shared anything personal about them besides strictly about the story at hand. Like, they wanted to come on here with some story, so I was like, like, the real story is this. Like, I don't sit here and just like,
I think the whole Erica's wife angle, that was a deflection away from Tommy. I'm not sure if that served the purpose, but it was just extra material, an extra script for Amber to make money off of, and then now we're back to Tommy.
Like, I don't know. I'm not hiding anything, Fuzz.
Then tell us the full story if you're not.
But what kind of username is that? First of all, I'm not hiding anything. I'm just trying to respect people.
You don't respect anybody.
Like, truly respect people and what they're going through. Like, I just wish people understood that, like, truly.
Okay, the phone call is over. That was the part that I wanted to capture and react to. I don't really care for what she says after because it's just going to be her lying. Who cares? I want to cover that part. And I would like to say thank you to Kristen, STUFFKSAID. I'm going to leave a link for her YouTube channel in the video description below. So please check her out. Check out her videos. Thank you, Kristen, for capturing the live stream because Amber got rid of it off her channel. And what do you guys think of this whole nonsense? Would love to hear your thoughts. So I'm going to go now and wish you all a very good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.